Assalamu alaikum everyone. So I haven't filmed a video since a really long time, and as you can see from the look of my room behind me, it has changed and it's a total mess because I'm shifting to a newer place, and so everything is just upside down. And that's actually a good thing because I really like change, especially when it comes at a time when everything is really stable in my life and I get bored of stability, so I want some change. And usually like when I'm really bored of my life, or when there's something annoying me or depressing me, I go for a really different change, like something I've never done before. The last time I did it was like my hair was pretty long and I cut it like this length because I wanted to do something that was totally different from what I was before. So yeah, change is good. It puts you into a newer mood. It just changes things around you a little bit. So I'm looking forward to this shifting thing. Hope it turns out to be great. So anyway, today the things that I want to talk about, number one is that arguments. We all have arguments with people, and sometimes we start feeling guilty about the things that we said in an argument, and we start reanalyzing ourselves as a person, and we start thinking, did I do the right thing? Am I a good person? Am I evil? Am I too harsh? And all that. So for me, what I like to think, how I like to analyze myself after an argument is, I try to think about the things that I said in our argument. Usually I am really harsh when I get angry, but I try to look at it in this way, that the things that I said or the way that I behaved, at the end of all of it, am I satisfied with myself? And if the answer is yes, and then it probably means that you were right with with how you behaved or the things that you said. Because our souls are, I believe that our souls are positive. They're not evil, because they come from an outer world where everything is good. So the soul is a good thing in itself. Genuinely, it's something positive. So your soul is not going to make you do something wrong or do something negative. The wrong things that we do are basically from the things that changed us in this world. So that's a different debate. I'm not going to be talking about that right now. What I'm trying to say is that our gut feeling is usually right about what it tells us, or what it inspires us to do. So if your gut feeling is trying to tell you something, and if you do that thing, and at the end of doing that whole action you're feeling satisfied with what you did, then it probably means that you took the right step and you were right in whatever you did. So trust your gut feeling, because it's magical. Trust me, it's just magical. It's the universe's way of telling you what to do, or giving you the directions out of situations. So the next thing that I want to talk about is that when we meet all kinds of people in our life, and we come across different personalities of people. So when you make friends, or when you choose people for yourself, you're not sure about how they might turn out to be. Everyone might seem to be really good on the outside, and then when you get to know them better, you start learning more and more things about them which you did not expect from them, right? So in order to decide which sort of people you want to keep in your life, and which sort of people you must just simply not kick out of your life, but just move on from, then you need to see that what sort of personality changes did they bring in you. Okay, did they bring out a better side of you, or did they make you more bitter than what you were? Okay, so when you try to analyze that from the start of when you met them until you're present, then you will see that whether they took out the better side of you or the worst side of you. So if they did manage to make you a better person than what you were before, then it means that they were probably, right for you, and you should keep them in your life. But if they made you very bitter and very frustrated and angry and sad most of the time, then it probably means that they're a negative influence for you, and you need to just move on from them or try to get rid of them in some way. It's not really nice to keep a lot of negative people in your life. I know some of us are really, open to all kinds of personalities, and we like to stay in touch with everyone that we meet in our life, but trust me, it's not always good to keep all sorts of people into your life, because negative influences will breed negative influences. Okay, so just get rid of all that negativity. Lastly, what I want to say is that when something happens in our life, we need to analyze whether the world is trying to tell us something, or trying to show us something through its signs. Okay, so it might not, like, you I don't know how to say this, but if something happens repeatedly, you need to analyze it. It must be that the world is trying to, show you a sign. If something happens at, repeated intervals, and it's just constantly happening, you're trying to deal with it, but it happens again. Every time you try to settle things down, it happens again. So this frequency with which it happens, maybe there's a secret in it, or maybe the world is trying to tell you something, or trying to show you a sign. Okay, so if things happen repeatedly, and especially bad things or negative things related to one situation or one person, then it probably holds a sign from the world that you need to reanalyze your decision, or you need to reconsider your decision. So it might not be true in all cases, but most of the time it is the world's way of telling you something or showing you a sign. So just be prepared for everything, and be more, thoughtful. Try to analyze everything in your life, and when you make decisions, reconsider them. It's not bad to reconsider your decisions. And if you go through something that demotivates you, don't totally, give up. Try to analyze that situation as well, because sometimes your biggest successes come out of your biggest pitfalls, or the biggest bad occurrences in your life. Sometimes they end up to be the reasons or the stepping stones for your success. So I hope all of that made sense, and that's it for today. Have a good day.